elective course Ethics and Medical Jurisprudence for 2nd BHMS professional course CBDC. Module 4, name of the module is Indian Medical Jurisprudence. This is lecture 4. This lecture 4 consists of medical legal case management. The speaker is Dr. myself, Dr. Ragini Raut, MD Homeopathy, HOD, Associate Professor, Department of Forensic Medicine and Toxicology, Bharati Vidyapith, Homeopathic Medical College, Pune. This module 4, medico legal case management, comprises of steps in handling medico legal cases, reporting and documentation protocols with regards to handling the medico legal cases, interaction with legal authorities, case studies and practical insights about the medico legal case management. In this, first we will discussing about the steps in handling medico legal cases. The initial responses: acknowledge the complaint, document details, assess and gather evidences, consult legal and medical experts and follow legal procedures. So, all the documentation details as per the protocol, then assess and gather the evidences as per the requirement of the case, and take the opinions of the legal consults and medical experts and follow the legal procedures. Provide emotional support, offer reassurance, listen empathetically, validate the feelings, provide information, maintain confidentiality and connect to counseling services if needed for providing the emotional support. Gather initial information, collect basic details about the incident, parties involved, medical history and witnesses accounts to establish a case foundation. So, these are the certain things which come under the initial response, that is acknowledge the complaint, provide the emotional support and gather the initial informations. Regarding the documentation, collect and review medical records, obtain all the medical records, assesses for accuracy, identify discrepancies and evaluate the clinical details for the case evaluation. Document all the information and communications, record all the details and interactions meticulously, including date, time and content to ensure a clear and accurate case history. Maintain accurate detailed records, like ensure all the records are precise, comprehensive, up to date, documenting every aspect of case for legal and medical clarity. So, time, date, who brought, consent, all clear case history, accurate case history, to review all the medical records, all these things are very key aspects in handling the medico legal cases as per the documentations are related. Next is risk management. Identify the potential risks and liabilities, evaluate possible risks and liabilities by analyzing evidence, accessing medical practice and considering legal implications to mitigate potential issues. Assess the severity of the case. Evaluating the medical records and legal aspects, you have to assess the severity, intensity of the case, ensuring the appropriate legal and medical responses. Develop a risk management plan. Ensure all the records are precise, comprehensive, up to date, documenting every aspect of the case for legal and medical clarity. So, you have to assume the risk also while planning all these things and identify the potential risk also and liabilities also, that is called as a risk management. Investigations. Gather facts and evidence. Gathering facts and evidence involves collecting detailed medical records, witness statements and relevant documentation to support legal claims. Then next is interview witnesses and parties involved. Interviewing the witnesses and involved parties enables gathering further-hand accounts, the perspective to build a comprehensive case understanding and verify the facts. So, by doing investigations also you have to interview the witnesses and the parties for understanding and verification of the facts. Analyze medical records and documentation. Reviewing clinical histories, diagnosis, treatments and outcomes to assess the cases in medical aspects and credibility. So, you have to analyze the medical records and keep the documentations very properly and review the documents thoroughly. So, that is the part of the when you are handling the medical labels, this investigation part plays a major important role to gather and collect all the evidences in detail, then keeping the witnesses records, and all these things documentation, relevant documentation helps to give the support to the for the legal claims. These legal claims verify the facts, and this will help you the understanding the case in the comprehensive manner in the detail. So, reviewing all these clinical histories and diagnosis and treatments, which will can analyze the documentation and medical records properly. Expert opinion in handling the medico legal cases. Consults with the medical experts. While you are handling the medico legal cases and understanding the depth of the case, you have to consult the medical experts, seeking the professional opinion on medical issues to clarify, diagnose, treatment, validity, whether the treatment and diagnosis is valid and how this plays an important role, and the case impact also. So, that you have to really have to have an expert opinion in relation to this. Obtain expert opinion and reports. Obtaining expert opinions and reports involves soliciting detailed evaluations from specialists to provide informed insights and support in case arguments. So, by obtaining this opinion, you can involve the detailed evaluation of the specialists. Review and analyze the expert opinion. Reviewing and analyzing the expert opinions involves critically assessing their findings and conclusions to ensure they support the case and are scientifically valid. Legal consultations. Consult with legal counsel, seeking advice on legal strategies, case strength and implications to ensure effective case management and representations. So, consultation with the legal counsel is very important. Then understanding the legal implications and options involves analyzing potential legal consequences and available strategies to navigate the case effectively. So, that case is going in which side or in where it is landing. So, understanding these legal implications and options are beneficial. Develop a legal strategy, creating comprehensive plan to address the case goals, evidence, arguments and courtroom statics to achieve the best outcome. So, these legal consultations is required for the arguments, then the talkings or examinations and all the tactics to achieve the best outcome. Steps in handling the medico legal cases. Communication plays an important role. Keep the patients and families informed, providing clear timely updates on case progress, medical status and legal proceedings to ensure patients understand and can make informed decisions. So, that communication to keep the patient and families informed. The next step of the communication is communicate with the legal counsel and experts, sharing case details, discussing the strategies and interacting their insight to strengthen the case and ensures the effective representations. Next is maintain the transparent and open communication. Maintaining transparent and open communication involves sharing all relevant information honestly and clearly with all the parties to build trust and ensure the effective collaborations. So, transparent mechanism, your honesty, your open communication, which will help you clear concept about the parties, and you can seek the more ensure the effective collaboration. So, communication with the patients and families, communicate with the legal counsel. So, you have to be always in the touch and communication while maintaining the transparent and open communication. Negotiation and settlement. Explore the settlement options. Exploring the settlement options involves negotiating terms to resolve the case outside of the court, aiming for a mutually acceptable agreement to avoid the trial. So, negotiation and settlement is exploring the settlement outside the courtroom. Negotiate with opposing parties, discussing and compromising on terms to reach a mutually agreeable resolution and avoid prolonged litigation. Reach a mutually acceptable agreement. So, both the parties, when you are trying to communicating or trying to settle down the matter outside the court, both should be mutually acceptable agreement. Finding common ground between the parties to resolve the dispute satisfactorily where everyone is involved, and it should be the transparent mechanism. So, negotiation and settlement involves explore the settlement options, negotiate with the opposing parties and reach a mutually acceptable agreement. Litigation. Prepare for court proceedings, organizing evidence in the all the parts like oral, documentary, medical records, autopsy report, all these documents, developing the arguments and strategizing to effectively present in the case courtroom. So, prepare for the course proceedings. All these documentations, evidences, arguments, you have to plan and strategize all these things before you are presenting yourself in the courtroom. Present evidence and expert opinion, delivering organized, clear and persuasive information and expert insight to support the case in the court. So, present the evidence in the court of law. Defend against the allegations, presenting counter arguments, evidence and legal reasoning to refute claims and protect one's interest in the court. So, because of this preparation and court proceedings, if your evidences and clear cut indications and your explanations are better, so that counter arguments and evidences can be claimed and it can be protected in the court of law. Post case review, conduct a thorough review of the case, examining all the evidence